Why does it feel like everything always comes back to God? Every conversation, every prayer, every struggle, every miracle. Why is everything about God? Because God is everything. Not just in church, not just in the Bible, not just when life is good, but in your pain, in your waiting, in your healing, in the moments when no one else sees you. And today, I don't want to preach at you. I just want to talk with you, heart to heart. Let me show you why everything points back to God through real stories, real people, and real moments from the Bible that still speak to us today.
Let's start at the very beginning. Genesis says, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Before there was light, God. Before time, God. Before breath, God." Creation itself didn't happen by accident. God spoke and things existed. That means your life didn't start randomly either. You were thought of, designed, known. Before you ever struggled, God already existed. Before your pain had a name, God already had a plan. Everything begins with Him because He is the source of everything.
Let's talk about Noah. The world was falling apart. Everything was loud, broken, and chaotic. But God told Noah to build an ark when there was no rain. People laughed at him. People doubted him. People thought he was crazy. Yet Noah trusted God anyway. And when the storm came, the ark held. Here's the powerful part. God didn't stop the storm, but He provided safety through it. And that's real life. God doesn't always remove the storm. Sometimes He becomes your shelter inside it. That's why everything points back to God, because even when life floods, He still holds you. Now let's talk about David. He wasn't the strongest. He wasn't the oldest. He wasn't even considered by his own family. When Samuel came to anoint the next king, David wasn't even invited. But God saw him. Later, when David stood in front of Goliath, a giant trained for war, he didn't rely on size or strength. He said, "The battle belongs to the Lord." And one stone changed everything. That moment wasn't about David being great. It was about God being greater. So when you feel overlooked, when you feel small, when you feel unqualified, remember this: God doesn't need you to be powerful. He just needs you to trust Him. That's why everything is about God, because your strength was never the point.
Let's talk about Job. Job lost everything. His family, his health, his future. He didn't understand why. He asked questions. He cried out to God. And here's what's beautiful. God never got angry at Job for asking. God never abandoned him for hurting. Instead, God stayed. Job said, "Though he slay me, yet will I trust him." And in the end, God restored him. This reminds us that faith doesn't mean pretending you're okay. Faith means trusting God even when you're not. God is not afraid of your pain. He's not distant from your questions. That's why everything leads back to Him, because even in brokenness, God remains. Now, let's talk about Peter. Peter loved Jesus. He promised loyalty. He swore he would never deny Him. And then, he did. 3 times. When Jesus needed him most, Peter failed. But after the resurrection, Jesus didn't shame Peter. He didn't reject him. He didn't bring up the past to hurt him. Instead, Jesus asked, "Do you love me?" 3 times. Not to punish Peter, but to restore him. This shows us something powerful. Your failure does not cancel God's love. Your mistakes do not erase your calling. God is still God, even when you mess up. That's why everything is about Him, because His grace is bigger than your worst moment. And finally, Jesus. God didn't just speak love, He became love. Jesus healed the sick. He touched the untouchable. He forgave the sinner. He welcomed the rejected. And then he gave his life, not because we deserved it, but because we needed it. The cross is proof that God is not distant. He stepped into pain. He carried sin. He faced death so we could have life. That's why everything is about God, because love itself has a name, and his name is Jesus.
So why is everything about God? Because he is the beginning. He is the shelter. He is the strength. He is the mercy. He is the love. God is not just part of life. God is life. And if you're watching this right now, tired, hurting, searching, this is your reminder. You are not alone. God sees you. God knows you. God loves you, because God is everything.